what you need to do is evaluate your current schedule. This is a perfect time of year to do that. We do, over the off season, we do this a lot. What we've done is this. I feel like our job as a coaching staff is to do one thing. Give our kids the best opportunity to have success on Friday night. That is our job. Okay? Whatever that entails, we need to do. So we look at things, let's say that we get beat twice in a game on a vertical route where their kid out-jumps us. He's more athletic, he out-jumps us. We go into film, I don't yell, I go to Coach Watkins and I say, are we doing something in practice that allows our kid to have success with that on Friday night? And they're very honest with me. You know, no, we need to come up with something that'll accomplish it. Okay? If we're struggling in third downs, and you'll see when we get into the way we actually break down practice, we struggled in third downs about 4 years ago. And I came in and I said, I know that we're running plays, I know that we're scrimmaging, but when do our kids ever see third down in practice? So now we have a segment every single day that's 10 minutes long that is third down situations. And when I say third down situations, a coach yells out, 3rd and 18, and we actually have the yard marker one of our kids holds. The ball is placed on whatever hash we say it needs to be on, and one of our managers is holding the yard marker 18 yards down the field. So everybody sees where we've got to get to. If we don't get it, we'll yell out. Defense, 1-0. Okay? You want to see kids compete, doesn't matter what it is, keep score. Okay? Which is something else we believe in. We do a dynamic warm-up every day. Okay? We line up, we'll be on the goal line, we've got 10 lines, and we go through about 10 minutes of pretty heavy warm-up stuff. Everything from tin soldiers, Coach take us through because he knows all the different. This is when I stand over on the side.
It's kicking up to start. We'll do karaoke down and back, lunges down and back, side lunges down and back, high knees down and back, butt kicks down and back. We do a few things. The only thing we do as a real team is right when we start, we will make sure they're stretching their shoulders and their neck. So as a team, they do big windmills and we'll do all the stuff with the neck. And everything is basically takes about 6 minutes to run through, and we do not need to stand there and count stuff like that. We got tired of the mud clots being thrown at each other and kids stretching by not even touching, their knees. So they're running at a controlled pace, high knees, butt kicks, lunges. So they can lunges in there after a couple high knees and stuff, they catch their breath a little bit and stuff. And the way the coaches, we can walk around, talk to different kids, and do that and get them in and out. Be done.
We have one-on-ones between the offensive lineman, defensive lineman, between the receivers and the defensive backs. Okay? That is the most, I think, most exciting 8 minutes of practice. Because if you go down and watch our receivers and our DBs, they are getting after it. Okay? Everybody will start hooping and hollering. We keep score. Every completion, 1-0. 1-0 defense. We yell it out. The kids know what the score is, and when we're done, the losing team has to do push-ups. It's like 5 push-ups. But you think, they lost the Super Bowl. They hate it. And if the offensive line or receivers win, they are talking trash to our D-backs while they do their push-ups. If the D-backs win, they're talking trash to the receivers. Okay? Which is really good. Right now, Wednesday mornings we do this, and in our gym, and it really gets hooping and hollering because there's a gym and you can't, everything echoes, and they'll be yelling, and you get down to that last one, and everything comes down to they're excited. Okay? So it's a fun thing to do. With the O-linemen, you guys will laugh at this. You guys know how O-linemen are. They're just happy, happy to be alive. So what I do every day, our D-line coach laughs because D-linemen are totally different personalities. D-linemen are like D-backs. Okay? They like to talk trash. So every day, when we do our one-on-ones, I yell down at the O-line coach 1 minute before, you guys ready to come down here and take your whooping? And the D-linemen then get up, our O-linemen will smile because they won't talk trash. And our D-linemen come down, and then we get after it down there and keep score the exact same one. Okay, so it's really exciting. That's a fun segment for all the kids. They love one-on-ones. Also, if you ever have questions about playing time, a lot of questions get answered in one-on-ones. As kids start to realize I can't cover as well as I thought I could, or I'm not as good a pass rusher as what my dad tells me. The other thing that we do, anytime that we're in a team time, all our coaches have pins on the practice field. You never, ever, ever, ever stop a drill to coach your kid during practice. That's what we have film for. That's what we have our stretching for after practice. Correct those things. The problem is this: if we want our tempo going warp speed, and we got everybody going, and your guard messes up, okay? So now we're going. We got 22 guys getting a ton of reps. If I walk up and stop everything and say, okay, Billy, this is what we did wrong. You're supposed to, everyone else is standing. So there's 21 guys now that are not getting reps because my guard is being coached, okay? And that's a problem. So what all our coaches do, they have pens, and they'll stand there and they're watching their guys. All right, that's a 4 bucket step, okay? You got to be to the inside shoulder. You're just writing all these notes down as you go through practice. At the end of practice, after we get our breakdown, we always go back to stretch. It's the only time that we do the ballistic stretching. And what we do is we get our breakdown, everybody goes to their position group. So all the old linemen come around me, and I'll say, all right, guys, feet together, down. All right, remember Jimmy, when we were down there at inside run, we're running trap. Are you getting to the inside pet? No, coach. All right, we got to make sure that we're getting that done. Guys, when we're running slide protection and they stem down inside, what's the call supposed to be? This is when you coach them up. Now they're listening to you, and there's, okay. They do take those notes, and that's what you do in walkthroughs again tomorrow. So you hit it after practice, so it's fresh in their mind. Then we hit it the very next day in walkthroughs, the same exact thing that they're making mistakes on. And you'll be amazed, it seems like they really cut their mistakes down when you do that. And the last thing I'll go to then is what I would do if we were doing a youth practice, because kids probably aren't going to platoon in youth. If I was doing it, we'd start with our walkthrough. We'd then go to warm-ups, individual, and in our individual, I would make sure that the tight ends were with the O-linemen. I would put the tight ends with the receivers in every other segment, but in individual, I put them with the linemen. And that way they're working double teams. So you'll see they do walkthroughs, and when they're walking through, the tight ends are with the receivers. So they're getting all that mental work they need. Warm-ups, then individual, the O-line go with, or the tight ends go with the O-line. Then we go to hookups, so we're working our pass game stuff again. Then we go to one-on-ones, which I think, depending how young they are, obviously if they're 4th grade, one-on-ones may be counterproductive if, nobody can cover anyone or the ball's not ever complete. Then you go to 7-on-7, and the good thing about this, I know some of you are thinking, well, 4th grade is 7-on-7, but if you only have 2 routes and you have a 10-minute segment, imagine how well you will throw those 2 routes. And those kids will get great at throwing pitch. And then when you play other people that maybe haven't repped that as much, you'll be able to throw hitch all game long. So, I think that's a good thing no matter what grade. Then you go to inside run. After inside run, I would do a 3rd down segment for 7 minutes and just get them used to that, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 6, so that they know there's a little bit of a sense of urgency with that. And then the last thing we would do is team, and for us that's tempo time, so we're going to go really, really fast during that time. Switching over then to D-line, we would go pursuit and tackle turnover, and that's where we teach how to strip and do those things. Then go to individual. Then we would go through a front walkthrough, which I think with youth football, when I worked with that, I think that's a big segment, because half the problem is kids just can't remember where they're supposed to line up. Okay? My college coach told me one time that like 80% of touchdowns in high school are scored due to error rather than execution, and I think that's true. So I would make sure I did a lot of walkthroughs. They do inside run, a 3rd down segment, and then after we're done, I would re-stretch.